Hey friends, look what we got in the mail. This is going to be quite the repair job. A lot of things wrong with this little guy. It's could be a nice guitar, I think, in the end. It's a Gretsch. There's nothing stamped inside of it. The only thing, there's a serial number stamped on the back of the peg head here, and according to that serial number, it's a 1967 Gretsch Jimmie Rodgers concerto folk guitar, model number 6003. That was what I could find out. According to that number on Gretsch's site, it was manufactured in 1967, and this is a 799 one of those, however many they made that year. This is number 799. But according to an email I got from a guy at Gretsch, the guitar was manufactured in 1964. I sent him that same serial number, and then that's why he came back with an email and said, so 64 to 67 model. It's got some age on it. It's got a lot of issues, So let me reset here. Hold on. Here are one of those issues. As you can see, the bridge is pulling off of it. It's got a pretty bad hump right here. It's not really bellied up too bad, but I checked the braces already inside, and that hump is just, the braces seem to be still intact and glued, so I'm not really going to worry about that much right now. I have to finish taking this bridge off, and I'm not sure what we're going to get into there. There are some places in the binding that are pretty rough, as you can see right here. I'm just going to fill those with glue, I think, rather than replace the binding. I'm trying to keep it as much original as possible. That bridge is not original, I do know that. Someone has put that bridge on there. I think everything else is original. Original finish. I'm pretty sure everything else is all original. It's not a bad guitar, really. I'll go over it, check all the screws and the keys and lubricate them. I already checked the truss rod, and it does work. So we're good to go there. There you can see the Gretsch name, I think. The light's not good. So what we're going to do here is dress these frets. We're going to dress the frets, level them and crown them, and just to make sure they are all flat, because it's really weird. I have the neck straight right now, and right here there is a sink, and that's odd too, because usually there's a hump right here, but there's actually a sink right here, and then the fretboard comes back up in this area, and the truss rod unfortunately doesn't do anything back there on this guitar. So I think I'm going to take that bridge off first. So let me gather up some tools and find out what all I need here and get that off without. I already took an X-Acto knife. Hold on. Well, I applied a little heat on top of it, and it practically fell off. I really don't think this is the original bridge that came on that. You can see it wasn't glued very well. It wasn't roughed up, and it was glued. You can see here where probably the original bridge ran. The difference in color right here in this area. Let me zoom in for you. Should be able to see this on camera. Right in this area, right here, across here. Yeah, I mashed my thumb to shit. almost broke it. Anyway, it looks to me like the original bridge maybe ran across here, and whoever installed this one put it right over the finish. A lot of the finish, there's a lot of finish there. The original bridge came to right there. This particular bridge came clear out here, and this is all finish under here. That's why it came off. It wasn't that all needs to be cleaned off of there, and this needs to be roughed up too and cleaned up. So I'm going to take a Dremel tool and go all over this. I'll mask it off, and then take a Dremel tool and go all over it, rough it up, then I'll rough this up as well, and we'll see about gluing this bad boy back on there. I have roughed it up. This is all wood now. I got rid of that masking tape. This is all down to the bare wood, and I cleaned this thing up, got all the schmuck off of it, and I'm going to take a X-Acto knife or something and rough this all up, just scratch it up good, and I'll do that the same way, take an X-Acto knife and just rough it up. You know, it's pretty rough right now, but I'm going to rough it up some more, and I've been thinking about how I'm going to do this. A lot of people use wood or C-clamps, large C-clamps that reach back in from the hole, probably 3 of them for a bridge that size. One in the center and then one for each side. They're very long, large C-clamps, but however, since that's not the original bridge, and I also can see imprints of a third bridge at one time that looks like it was even larger than this one on the back here. So it's obviously this is the third bridge that's been on this guitar. Anyway, I'm not going to use the C-clamps. I think I've been running this through my head for a day or so, and I think I'm going to use this. This is a bridge clamp. These 2 screws go in the outer E holes, so to speak, where your E strings go, just like that. They go down through the bridge. Put the glue on the bridge, put this down, and screw the wing nuts in from the bottom tightly, and that holds the bridge clamp in place. And then you tighten these to shove the outer parts of the bridge down until the glue is starts to squash out. I'm going to have to find something. This bridge is so big, I'm going to have to find something to put between the bridge under here and these outer screws that will extend or cover more of an area. But first things first, I wanted to show you that. That's what I chose to go with rather than 3 large C-clamps. Applied glue, let it set and thicken. Not too tight, because it's important not to squeeze out all of the glue. You know, some of it is going to come out, obviously. You do want some squeeze out, but you don't want to squeeze it all out. As you can see here, the frets are quite flat. They've been taken way down trying to correct this problem. The frets on the end of the neck near the hole, the sound hole, as you can see, are so thin, and that's higher, that whole area. You can almost see it from this angle, how it rises. This is going to be a very big problem, I'm afraid. This area, from the body to the hole, is lifted greatly. The fretboard is really high. It comes up right here. There's no way. The only way that I could really fix this the right way would be to pop the frets out of it, all of them, and get that fretboard flat again, and reslot and put in all new frets. And I don't think the owner probably wouldn't want to spend that amount of money. So what I've done, I used this. That's a fine diamond cut file, and leveled them as close as I can. I mean, like I say, there's just no fix for that unless you really want to put some bucks into it and some time, and you'd have to refret the entire thing. So I've already gone over it with that. They're as level as they're going to get this way. Lemon oil. Lemon oil all over the fingerboard. It's better than nothing, but I really wish I had some more linseed oil down here. I think I've got some in the other shop, but it's probably frozen by now. But this is, like I say, it's better than nothing at all. This fretboard's really dry. This whole guitar was very dry when I received it. And I just want to let that soak for a few minutes. The entire guitar was really dry whenever I received it, and I humidified it for a couple of days or 3 days and nights. And like I say, the only way to fix that would be just to yank all the frets out and level that fretboard, make it flat and straight, cut new slots, put new frets in, and that problem would be solved. I imagine you would have to take some material off of the bridge like I did on another guitar, if you've seen that video, to bring it down level with the fretboard after you take so much off of the fretboard. It would really be a big job, and you know, I don't really know the value of this guitar. It's possible it could be worth something. Maybe not. I'm sure there's people that collect these old Jimmie Rodgers guitars. This was made in the month of March, by the way, according to the serial number. It's a 5-digit number. $37799. The first number is the month it was made. The next number is the last digit between 1967, I think, and 1972, which makes this a 1967 model. And the last 3 numbers, 799, are the 799 is, this is the 799th guitar that was made that year. So says Gretsch. They don't have real good records on some of this stuff. So anyways, 48 hours is coming up on our bridge glue back here. It won't be much longer. We can pop that thing off and check consistency of the neck with the bridge. We may end up having to take some off of it anyway. I don't know. Haven't even looked at that. Looking down the neck, it looks fairly close. So anyway, 48 hours, we take this off, check that. The frets are ready, and we'll put strings on it and set the neck relief and the action and all that good shit. Well, what would be more appropriate than Jimmie Rodgers music in the background? This little guy is ready for strings. The bridge is in place now. The keys are all fixed. The frets are done. This thing really cleaned up quite nice, if you can see the shine on it. I was pretty impressed with how it cleaned up. It's got some nicks in it, and we're trying to leave it as original as we can, in case the value of it, would be more than maybe what we might have thought originally. So hang around, we're going to put strings on it. The bridge, there's a little bit of deflection here without even any strings. I was worried about a brace loose in here, but it's okay. The brace is I'm concerned about that with string tension, what it's going to look like. But the brace is fine underneath there. Someone did do a lot of work to this. They glued that brace, actually. And I think a brace over in here somewhere was also glued. The pick guard, as you can see, someone has cut that out. It's a little off size there. I thought first that it had shrunk, but it didn't shrink. It's someone has changed it out, put a new one on it. But we're gonna string him up here just shortly and come back with a demo and see if it holds together. If it sounds as well as it shines, I think we're going to be in business. So stay tuned for that. This dip that I'm talking about, I'm going to note here at the end of the fretboard on the last fret, and I'm going to note on the 7th fret. It's a little out of frame, but anyway, I'm noting on the 7th fret. The area between, we know the string is a straight line. You can see how much of a dip there is right here at the body, where the neck meets the body. The truss rod will not control that, because this back here, that's where the rise is. The top of the guitar is fairly flat now. It's not sunk in or shoved out. I don't know if that's a factory mistake, or if it's always been that way, or if, there's just the truss rod controls actually from the body on this guitar to the other end of the rod. It doesn't do anything right here, because the truss rod starts right here where this dip is, or ends there rather. But you can see how much what I'm talking about. This is another YouTube user's guitar. You can look at his site. I suggest you do. He's a fine guy. He's got some really good music on his channel. His YouTube name is 1958 WV Picker. 1958 WV Picker. Check him out. He's a real nice guy. He's got some really good stuff on there. And hopefully you'll probably maybe see this guitar again on his channel one day. Hang on a second. Here's you an angle. You can actually see the rise in the fretboard right at the body. It starts to rise right here. You can see it coming up higher than all the rest of the fretboard. Someone has really took a lot off of these frets down here trying to fix that. Now, I mean, they have taken them down to nothing, and I've taken them down some more. but that's not gonna do it. You're gonna have to take the frets out of the whole neck. Like I say, sand it all flat, put new frets back in to properly fix that problem right there. There's no other way to do it. Then you have to take some off of the bridge, I'm sure, to match it up with the fretboard. So anyways, we're going to see what Rich wants to do. Maybe he wants to do that later on, but right now it is playable now, down to about the 12th fret. I got the action down a little bit more than what it was. So let's see what she sounds like. I'm going to leave the wrench in here for a few days and just let this thing set for a few days more and watch it. I can't set the relief properly with this problem with the neck that it has. I can get the action a little bit closer, I think, than what it is right now. It's really not that hard to play. Well, down here it gets a little stiff, but I think it's got a pretty cool sound for a little guitar, a little small body. The sound it has, it's really got a cool sound, I think. I think you're going to like it, Rich. Watch for it in the mail. I'm going to keep it a few more days and just keep an eye on it, make sure the bridge doesn't pull up or move or anything drastic happen. It has a great sounding little guitar. It's definitely got a sound. It's addictive. I was going to say earlier, I found a Darko string pack in the case, and so that's what I bought, a set of Darko .012 to .054. I don't know what this YouTube user uses, so these are D5100s light gauges. I bought light gauges because I knew that action was not going to be anywhere near where it should, so that's what we got on it, is the light gauge strings, and it seems to do okay. If I can get the action a little bit lower, it would be nicer, but it's playable. Rich sent me this in the mail, and he said, if you can make this guitar playable, you are a genius, and it was in bad shape, but like I say, down here it's not playable, unless you're, you know, the Incredible Hawk maybe could play it down here, but down to about the I don't know, the 9th fret, maybe the 10th, it's playable, you know, fairly comfortable there. it doesn't discord for the action to be that high. So there you have it, folks. Jimmie Rodgers. This is a 1967. This guitar is 47 years old, people. So, you know, it's been around a long time. It's seen a lot of shit. Still not in bad shape at all. He cleaned up really nice, polished up a lot better than I thought he would. I could tell where 3 different bridges have been on this guitar, counting this is the 3rd one, because you can see the imprints. One of them you can see that was bigger than this bridge. 3 bridges, so it's had a lot of work, a lot of stuff done to it. But we saved it, it's playable again, and I love the sound of it. It's a nice little, comfortable little guitar to play. Until you get down about the 10th fret or 9th, 8th, in that area, it starts getting a little bit hard to squeeze. The string width is really wide. I'm not sure why. On a small guitar like this, you would think they would be closer, or at best even, you know, standard. I didn't measure it, but I know it's wider than most guitars. The string spacing I'm talking about down here. So anyway, Rich, I hope you like it, buddy. I'm going to send it back your way here in a few days. I'll keep in contact and let you know when it's in the mail. Thank you guys for watching, and hope somebody learned something from this. Next video, I swear, is going to be on, we've been really busy with the band and playing shows, and I've been working on this all the time I could. But the next video I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some licks and riffs, and I'll do a review on that Fishman Eclipse system that I have in my Martin, one of my Martin guitars. Every acoustic guitar player really needs to look into those. Those are nice. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys, the new subscribers. I appreciate that, man. Hang in there. There's going to be a lot of good info come out on this channel. My old subscribers, thank you for hanging around, and the ones to come, I hope, you know, to see that number keep going up more all the time. So that's what's coming up, the Fishman Eclipse review, and a bunch of licks and riffs and stuff that you can use in anything you want to apply them in. So thanks. Cheers.
Lemon oral.